Z transform is used for discrete signal, and discrete meaning is in frequency domain, conversion of discrete signal is nothing but periodic, right? Conversion of discrete signal in frequency domain is nothing but periodic. So your Z transform is means it will have periodic nature. After Z transform, the signal will have periodic nature. So that's why you know that you have one circle, you are plotting ROC on one circle, then this is 0, this is 0 degree, this is pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2 again, 2 pi, then you can say that this is 5 pi by 2, that means it is again getting repeated after 2 pi. So say it is getting repeated after 2 pi. So it has a period of 2 pi. It has a period of 2 pi because it is this thing is getting repeated. एक सर्कल का राउंड मार के आएगा उसके बाद वापिस रिपीट होगा तो इसको पीरियड है 2 pi का. It has a period of 2 pi. So your digital frequency are in the range from plus pi to minus pi. Range of frequency is from plus pi to minus pi. Because we are plotting it on circle is repeated after 2 pi. So the digital frequency has a repetition after 2 pi. So on digital axis we have 0 to pi and 0 to minus pi. Okay. Now when I say that the filter is a low pass filter, whenever I say that the filter is a low pass filter, then in that case it will pass. So this is the maximum frequency pi. This one is the maximum frequency pi. This one is the minimum frequency, negative maximum frequency minus pi, and it is going to pass low frequency. So it will pass from 0 to cutoff frequency omega, or you can say that minus omega c2 plus omega. So if the filter passes this many frequency, then it is a low pass filter. Next is high pass filter. So your high pass filter will pass from here is pi, here is minus pi. So your high pass filter will pass up to, so from cutoff frequency up to pi. So this is the frequency response of high pass filter. It will pass the frequency up to pi, from cutoff frequency to pi. Similarly on negative side also, it pass from minus omega t to minus pi. So this is the frequency response of high pass filter. Then we can have a band pass filter. It will pass one band of frequency. It has two cutoff frequencies. So your band pass filter passes these two cutoff frequencies, omega c1, omega c2. Here is pi, here is 0. Here is minus pi, here it is minus omega c2, here it is omega c1. So it is passing a band from omega c1 to omega c2. It is passing a band of frequency from omega c1 to omega c2. So this is the frequency response of band pass filter. The next filter is band stop filter. Next filter is nothing but band stop filter. So what is band stop filter? It will reject one particular band of frequency and pass all other frequencies. It is rejecting frequencies. It will reject one particular frequency. It will reject one particular band of frequency and it will pass all other frequencies. So as you can see here is minus pi plus pi. So it is rejecting this band of frequency. It is rejecting this band of frequency. So this is a stop band. Again on negative side also it is rejecting this particular band of frequency. And it will pass all other frequencies. So from omega c1 to omega c2, it will reject, it will stop, and all rest of the frequencies it will pass. So this is nothing but band stop filter. Band stop filter. Then once again quickly I will repeat. Topic is application of Z transform in digital filter. You know that Z transform is calculated for discrete signal. Discrete in frequency domain becomes periodic. So after Z transform, the signal is repeated after 2 pi interval. In Z transform, the signal gets repeated after 2 pi interval because of the circle. Circle, one circle is nothing but 2 pi. So after 2 pi, it is getting repeated. So that's why our frequency range is from minus pi to plus pi. Our frequency range is from minus pi to plus pi. After that, again, it will have repetition. It will have repetition. Pi to 3 pi. Then 3 pi to 5 pi. Like that, it will have the repetition. So whatever portion will be there in from minus pi to pi, same will be there in pi to 3 pi, same will be there in 3 pi to 5 pi. Okay. Now we have filters like low pass filter. It is going to pass low frequency. It is going to pass low frequency. So as I have drawn the frequency response of low pass filter, so it is passing a frequency from minus omega c to plus omega c. It is passing a low frequency. So that's why it is a low pass filter. Then high pass filter, it is passing a high frequency from omega c to up to pi. So it is a high pass filter. Then this is a band pass filter. It is passing one band from omega c1 to omega c. The next is band stop filter. It is stopping the band from omega c1 to omega c and passing all other frequencies. So this is the frequency response of band stop filter. And all pass, it will pass all the frequencies. From minus pi to pi, you will have constant. So that will be the frequency response of band pass filter. Now my next point is that so when it is passing that particular frequency, so in that case, the gain value should be good. The gain value should be good. And when it is rejecting that particular frequency, the gain value is 0. Why? This is the gain. Gain of system. So whenever it is passing a frequency, that means the gain value is high. And whenever it is not passing a frequency, the gain value is 0 or near to 0. Similarly here also, if you get some gain value, that means it is passing that particular frequency. And if gain value is 0, that means it is not passing that frequency. It is not passing that frequency. Similarly, gain value is high means it is passing frequency from omega c1 to omega c2, and gain value is 0 means it is not passing that frequency. Okay. So you know that. Okay. So what are the important points in the graph? We have 0 here, pi here, and minus pi here. So when I put omega as 0, y-axis is nothing but omega. When I put omega as 0, then what will be the value of z? Z, you know that r e raised to power j omega. So omega is 0, that means it is nothing but r. Or if I consider unit circle, the z value is 1. For unit circle, the z value is 1. So when omega is 0, z equal to 1, because you know that z is, for unit circle, it is e raised to j omega. For when the radius is not 1, then r into e raised to j omega. So this is nothing but your standard z that you already know. So at low frequency, our z is nothing but 1. Omega is 0, that means z is 1. So this is my graph. This is real z. X-axis is real z. Y-axis is imaginary z. And here is z equal to 1. Here is z equal to 1. Then we have two more important frequencies like omega equal to plus pi. So what will be the value of z? Z equal to, for unit circle, it is e raised to j omega. E raised to j omega, that is nothing but cos omega plus j sin omega. You know Euler identity. E raised to j theta is cos theta plus j sin theta. So e raised to j omega is cos omega plus j sin omega. So its value becomes omega is pi. So it's what is the value of z? Anyone? What is the value of z? Anyone? Omega is pi. What is the value of z? Z equal to minus 1. Cos pi is minus 1. cos phi is -1. Z value is -1. Z value is -1. So here is the point Z equal to -1. On real axis, Z equal to -1. Here is that point. Okay. Now let us say if I take consider one mid frequency. If I consider one mid frequency, so 0 pi is there. So mid frequency will be pi by 2. So if I consider mid frequency omega equal to pi by 2. So what will be the value of Z? Z equal to e raised to j omega. That means cos omega plus j sin omega. And my omega is mid frequency, that is nothing but pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0 plus j into sin pi by 2 is 1. So it becomes j. It becomes j. So where is the mid frequency region in the xy axis? In the z plane. In the z plane there is a mid frequency region at j, at plus j. Okay. So this is z equal to 1 is the low frequency point, z equal to -1 is the high frequency point. So when you put z equal to 1, you will get low frequencies. When you put z equal to -1, you are getting omega as pi. So you are going to get high frequency. And whenever you put omega equal to j, you are going to get mid frequency, middle frequency. Okay? So that is one important point, that at z equal to 1, z equal to 1, if I put z equal to 1, that means we are checking for low frequency. When I substitute z equal to -1, that means omega value will be pi. Omega is highest frequency. That means we are checking for high frequency. And when I put omega as pi by 2, that means z will be, when I substitute omega value as pi by 2, when I substitute omega value as pi by 2, that means z value is j. So when I put z equal to j, that means I am checking mid frequency. Okay. Now you know that you can have any system. To the system we apply the input, and we get the output. So input, and here we get the output, and this is our system. Then when I say that this system is a digital filter, so it can be low pass filter, it can be high pass filter, it can be band pass filter, or it can be band stop filter. So input can have, suppose it is a low pass filter, suppose it is a low pass filter, then the input can have low frequencies, mid frequencies, high frequencies. The input can have any type of frequency. But as my system is a low pass filter, it will reject high frequencies of input signal. It will not allow high frequencies in the output. So that becomes a low pass filter. So it all depends on the system. It all depends on the system to act which type of filter, low pass, high pass, band stop. तो ये सब की सब सिस्टम पे डिपेंडेंट है. इसमें लो पास के जैसे एक्ट करना चाहिए, हाई पास के जैसे एक्ट करना चाहिए, बैंड पास के जैसे एक्ट करना चाहिए, या बैंड स्टॉप के जैसे एक्ट करना चाहिए. तो आपको पता है सिस्टम को क्या क्या रहता है. सिस्टम को रहता है इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स एच ऑफ एन. और जेड डोमेन में हम अभी जेड डिजिटल फिल्टर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो इट कैन हैव ट्रांसफर फंक्शन एच ऑफ. तो सिस्टम कैन हैव ट्रांसफर फंक्शन h of z, that is the z transform of impulse response h of z. So it all depends on h of z. To decide which type of filter we can have, this thing is dependent on h of z only. Okay. Now earlier we have seen that z equal to 1, z equal to 1, which type of filter we get, we put, to check which type of filter, put z equal to 1, then we can check which type of filter it is. हमारे पास तीन सब्स्टिट्यूशन है, z equal to 1, z equal to -1, z equal to j. So when I put z value as 1, that means I am taking which type of filter? Low pass. We are checking for low pass filter. So when I substitute z equal to 1 in h of z, and if that h of z is non-zero, that means our assumption is correct that it can be low pass filter. जब मैं z equal to 1 पुट करूंगा h of z में और h of z को कुछ वैल्यू मिलेगी, h of z is non-zero, that means it can be a low pass filter. If h of z is 0, अगर आपका h of z 0 है at z equal to 1, if your h of z is 0, then I put, if your h of z is 0, when I put z equal to 1, that means it is not a low pass filter. It is not low pass filter. Okay. Now next substitution is z equal to -1. So if I put z equal to -1, and if my h of z is non-zero, that means h of z has some value at z equal to 1. Z equal to 1 मतलब हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी पे कुछ h of z को वैल्यू है, that means it can be high pass filter. It can be high pass filter. ओके हाँ. तो अभी क्या होगा, अभी आपने in the beginning we have seen the frequency response. Now just observe the frequency response, then we will decide. Okay, these are nothing but low frequency. X axis is omega. So this is the low frequency region. This is a high frequency region. This region is a high frequency region, and this is a low frequency region. तो लो पास ये किसका है फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पॉन्स, हाई पास फिल्टर का, बिकॉज हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी पे हमको गेन मिल रही और लो फ्रीक्वेंसी पे हमको गेन नहीं मिल रही. देन लो पास में क्या होता है, एट लो फ्रीक्वेंसी ओनली वी गेट द गेन, एट हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी वी डू नॉट गेट एनी गेन. ठीक है. एंड बैंड पास फिल्टर में क्या होता है, एट लो फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑल्सो वी डू नॉट गेट एनी गेन, एट हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑल्सो वी डू नॉट गेट एनी गेन. दिस इज happening in high pass filter, that we are not getting any gain at low frequency, we are not getting any gain at high frequency. And in case of band pass, we are getting gain at low frequency also, we are getting gain at high frequency also. In case of band pass filter, we get the gain value at low frequency as well as at high frequency. So here is the conclusion. Here is the conclusion that suppose h of z equal to 0, h of z equal to 0 at z equal to 1, and h of z equal to 0 at z equal to -1. दोनों z equal to 1 डालने पे भी और z equal to -1 डालने पे भी ये क्या है, 0 है. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया, इट इज नॉट पासिंग लो फ्रीक्वेंसी, इट इज नॉट पासिंग हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी. It is not passing low frequency, it is not passing high frequency, that means it is passing one band of frequency. It is passing one band of frequency. This is high frequency omega pi, this is low frequency 0. So it is passing one band of frequency. For that you are supposed to check one mid frequency also. That means z equal to pi by 2. Mid frequency पे भी check करना चाहिए. H of z at z equal to j, and at j equal to z it must be non-zero. That means it is passing mid frequency. It is not passing low frequency, it is not passing high frequency, it is passing a mid frequency, that means it is nothing but band pass filter. It is nothing but band pass filter. Okay. Now suppose h of z equal to 0 at z equal to 1, and h of z equal to non-zero at z equal to -1. That means low frequency z equal to 1, it is 0, high frequency z equal to -1, it is non-zero, that means it is passing high frequency signal, so it is nothing but high pass filter. Okay, third case, h of z is non-zero at z equal to 1, h of z is 0, h of z is 0 at z equal to -1. So at low frequency, that means z equal to 1 means low frequency, h of z is non-zero. At high frequency, that means z equal to -1, h of z is 0. So low frequency पे non-zero, high frequency पे 0, that means it is a low pass filter. This is nothing but low pass filter. Last case is h of z is non-zero at z equal to 1, h of z is non-zero at z equal to -1, That means at low frequency also it is present, at high frequency also it is present. Low frequency भी present है, high frequency भी present है. That means it is passing low frequency as well as it is passing high frequency. And you should check at mid frequency also. H of z at z equal to j, so it can be 0. But my signal is present at low frequency as well as it is present at high frequency. That means it is nothing but band stop filter. It is stopping one band of frequency. It is stopping one band of frequency. Okay. So quickly I will just summarize the thing so that we can solve some questions. So summary is that when I put z equal to 1 at in h of z, that means I am checking for low frequency. I am checking for low frequency. When I substitute z equal to -1 in h of z, then I am checking for high frequency. When I substitute z equal to j in h of z, that means I am checking for mid frequency. जब z1 रहेगा, z1 कब मिलेगा आपको? ओमेगा इक्वल टू 0. ओमेगा इक्वल टू 0 मतलब लो फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो इसीलिए जब हम z इक्वल टू 1 पुट करते हैं h of z में, हम चेक कर रहे हैं लो फ्रीक्वेंसी. जब हम पुट कर रहे हैं z इक्वल टू -1, तो उस टाइम ओमेगा की वैल्यू रहती है पाई. दैट इज द मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी. So that's why we are checking for high frequency. When I put z equal to j, in that case omega value is pi by 2. That means it is a mid frequency. It is nothing but mid frequency. Okay. So when I use this z equal to 1, that means I am checking for low frequency. When I put z equal to -1, that means I am checking high frequency. When I put z equal to j, that means I am checking mid frequency. Okay. So these points are clear. Let's try this question. Question is that a system with transfer function h of z has impulse response denoted as whether it's readable. Question is readable. Okay. A system with transfer function h of z has impulse response defined as h of 2 equal to 1, h of 3 equal to -1, h of k equal to 0 otherwise. So h of n given. So what is value of h of n given? System with transfer function h of z has impulse response defined as. So your h of n is nothing but curly bracket. At 2 value is 1. At 3 value is -1. And h of k equal to 0 otherwise. Otherwise मतलब बाकी का पॉइंट पे h of z क्या है आपका 0. So at origin also it is 0. At 1 also it is 0. It is non-zero at 2. It is non-zero at 3. And all other places its value is 0. So this is how you have h of n provided in the question. Okay. Now consider the following statement. First statement is h of z is a low pass filter. Second statement is h of z is FIR filter. ठीक है. अब FIR मतलब हो गया इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. ये नया चीज है आपके लिए, मैं आपको अच्छे से बता रहा. हाँ, IR मतलब इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. तो आपके पास इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स दो टाइप के हो सकते हैं. एक इनफाइनाइट इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स, दैट इज नथिंग बट IIR. और दूसरा इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स है FIR, दैट मीन्स फाइनाइट इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. सिंपल है. इनफाइनाइट इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स मतलब h of n में h of n इज द इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स. इसको infinite values है. It has infinite values. It has infinite number of values. So that is nothing but IIR, infinite impulse response. And when h of n is a finite, that means only limited number of values are there. Whenever it has finite number of values, h of n has finite number of values, then it is nothing but finite impulse response. तो क्वेश्चन जो था h of 2 गिवन था, h of 3 गिवन था, हमने h of n लिखे. तो ये फाइनाइट है कि इनफाइनाइट है? Whether statement 2 is true or false. Whether statement 2 is true or false? Yes, it is true because the h of n has only 2 samples. That means it is finite in nature. So statement 2 is true. Now we have to check for statement 1. According to statement 1, h of z is a low pass filter. If that statement is correct or incorrect, accordingly you have to select one of the options. Okay. So what is my h of n? This is my h of n. Okay. So if I use definition of Z transform, so h of z will be summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity, but my signal is present from n equal to 2 to n equal to 3. So n equal to 2 up to n equal to 3. At all other places h of n is 0. So h of n into z raised to minus. So substitute n value as 2, so that becomes h of 2 z raised to minus 2 plus h of 3 z raised to minus. Okay, now h of 2 is 1, so it becomes z raised to minus 2. 1 into z raised to minus 2, that means z raised to minus 2. H of 3 is minus 1. H of 3 is minus 1, so that becomes minus z raised to minus. ठीक है, h of 2 कितना है 1, h of 3 कितना है minus 1, सब्स्टिट्यूट करने के बाद ये चीजें आ गई. So I got h of z as z raised to minus 2 minus z raised to minus 3. That means my h of z is nothing but 1 upon z square minus 1 upon z cube. ठीक है, मुझे चेक करना है ये लो पास फिल्टर है या नहीं. I have to check whether it is a low pass filter or not. So what I will do, tell me what I will do. I will put z value as z equal to 1. तो चलो पुट करेंगे z equal to 1. So h of z equal to at z equal to 1, it will be at z equal to 1, it will be 1 upon z square, that means 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon z cube, that means 1 upon 1. So 1 minus 1, that is nothing but 0. So at low frequency z equal to 1, that means low frequency h of z is 0. Then definitely it is not a low pass filter. It is not a low pass filter. It is not a low pass filter. तो फिर ये कौन सा फिल्टर है? चलो z इक्वल टू माइनस 1 डाल के देखते. तो h of z at z इक्वल टू माइनस 1 हो गया, हमारा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया यहाँ पे. दैट इट इज नॉट अ लो पास फिल्टर, देन इट इज अ फाइनाइट इम्पल्स रिस्पॉन्स, इट इज अ FIR filter. For h of n is finite, that's why it is a finite impulse response. It is not a low pass filter. So correct answer is option A. Only S2 is 2. Statement 2 is 2. हाँ, अभी मैं नेक्स्ट जो बात कर रहा है z इक्वल टू माइनस 1. अब मुझे पता करना है सिर्फ, मेरा प्रॉब्लम तो सॉल्व हो गया कि कौन सा टाइप का फिल्टर. तो z इक्वल टू माइनस 1 अगर हम डालेंगे तो इट बिकम्स 1 अपॉन z स्क्वायर, दैट मीन्स 1 अपॉन 1 माइनस 1 अपॉन माइनस 1 का क्यूब, माइनस 1 क्यूब. तो इट बिकम्स minus 1 cube is minus 1, so 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1, that means 2. So it is non-zero at z equal to minus 1. So that this type of filter is nothing but high pass filter. This is nothing but high pass. चलो अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए. दिस वन इज सिंपल. या होमवर्क के लिए ट्राई करो. Okay, this is little bit tough, but not that much tough. Easy question. Okay, the direct form of an FIR filter, FIR, that means finite impulse response filter, is shown in figure. The direct form structure of an FIR filter is shown in figure. So एक structure given है, that means inside system what is there, that is shown here. System के अंदर क्या है वो चीज दिखाई दी आपको. The filter can be used to approximate a. The filter can be used to approximate a. Options are low pass, high pass, band stop. ठीक है. Okay, so one diagram is given. X of n input, Y of n output, and this is inside the system. So from this diagram, what you are supposed to find out? You are supposed to find out h of n. Once you have h of n, you are supposed to find out h of z, and then you have to use the substitution. Z equal to 1, Z equal to minus 1, Z equal to j, and accordingly you can answer whether it is low pass, high pass, band stop. ठीक. Now see here, this is one adder block, this is one adder block. So here it is nothing but x of n is coming. This type of question is new to you. I will just explain. Listen carefully. This x of n is coming. It is getting multiplied with 5. So here it will be 5x of n. And it is getting added here. That's it. So your y of n equal to 5x of n. Now, next. Here x of n is coming. Here is your x of n. It is traveling this path. Now it is written block named as unit delay. So here it will be x of n minus 1. Yes or no? Output of this unit delay block will be x of n minus 1. Input is x of n, output will be x of n minus 1. Yes. Then again it is given to the unit delay block. X of n minus 1 is given to the unit delay block. So what here it will be x of, here it will be x of n given to unit delay block. So x of n minus 1, x of n minus 1 is given to unit delay block. So it becomes x of n minus 2. It becomes x of n minus 2. After that it is getting multiplied with 5. So here it will be 5 x of n minus 2, and it is getting subtracted. So y of n equal to 5x of n minus 5x of n minus 2. So this is nothing but difference equation. Yes or no? Y of n equal to 5x of n minus 5x of n minus 2. Y of n equal to 5x of n minus 5x of n minus 2. Now can you determine transfer function? It is a difference equation. Take Z transform, get the transfer function, and then use our substitution to take for the filter. So if I take Z transform, so it becomes y of z equal to 5 x of z minus 5 z raised to minus 2 x of z. So I can take x of z common, so it becomes 5 minus 5 z raised to minus 2 into x of z, and this side is nothing but y of z. So h of z is nothing but y of z upon x of z. So that will be y of z upon x of z. So that is nothing but 5 minus 5 z raised to minus 2. That means 5 minus 5 by z square. So this is my h of z. This is my h of z equation number 1. Now to check low frequency, what I will do? I will put z equal to 1. So h of z at z equal to 1. What is the value? H of z at z equal to 1. What is the value? 5 minus 5 by 1 square. 5 minus 5 by 1 square. So it is nothing but 0. So definitely it is not a low pass filter, because h of z is 0 at low frequency. Very good, Abhishek. Next, z equal to minus 1. Z equal to minus 1. So it becomes 5 minus 5 upon minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is 1. So it becomes 5 minus 5, again 0. So it is not a high pass filter, because h of z is 0 at z equal to 1. Z equal to 1 means high frequency. Z equal to minus 1 means high frequency. At high frequency it is 0. So it is not a low pass, it is not a high pass. तो जो बचता जो लो पास में क्या होता, h of z नॉन जीरो एट z इक्वल टू b. हाई पास में h of z नॉन जीरो एट z इक्वल टू माइनस 1. एंड इन बैंड पास, बैंड स्टॉप h of z is non zero at z equal to 1, and h of z is non zero at z equal to minus 1. Okay, h of z is non zero at z equal to 1, h of z is non zero at z equal to minus 1 इन केस ऑफ बैंड स्टॉप फिल्टर. और जब दोनों जगह पे 0 0 मिलता है तो वो आपका फिल्टर है बैंड पास फिल्टर. z इक्वल टू 1, z इक्वल टू माइनस 1 पे भी 0 है, मतलब वो लो को भी पास नहीं कर रहा, हाई को भी नहीं पास कर रहा. इट इज पासिंग ऑन बैंड ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ बैंड पास फिल्टर. So last question. To take the screenshot and take this as a homework. H of n is given, find out h of z